topping up on fuel is what most of us responsible drivers think is about the only top up we need to feel responsible for. But there is more, isn't there? Let's find out just how aware we are. You're fueling up your car, right? But are you aware that there are some other fluids also in the car that need topping up from time to time?
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, definitely.
Mention some of them.
Steering oil, gear oil, brake oil, engine oil.
गाड़ी में ऑयल वगैरह चेंज करते हैं, फिल्टर वगैरह चेंज करते हैं, वैसे ही सारा कुछ देखना पड़ता है।
आपको पता है आप खुद चेंज कर सकते हो?
हाँ जी।
Then what's the point of me telling people?
The engine oil, the brake oil, you have 4 types, grades of brake oils.
You know that this can also, a lot of these fluids can actually be changed.
Definitely there's, for example, like if you need to check your engine oil, there's a stick in the car which you just take it out and then you put it back in. You just have to.
We tend to underestimate viewers actually how much they actually know. You know,
I know way too much.
Do you want to switch roles? Do you want to switch roles? Is that right? You want to get a feel of how this feels holding this in reverse thing. That you can change the fluids of your car on your own as well if you wanted to.
I would want to know.
You will keep that in mind, right? Maybe some lazy Sunday you might just do it.
I will.
So fuel is not the only thing to keep a watch on. There are other fluids in the car as well that you need to keep checking from time to time, and you don't necessarily need to wait for the service for that to happen. We're not going to tell you where to get them from and how to top them up because that's very simple. As the glass gets lesser, you just put more fluid and it comes up. What we are going to show you is how to keep a check on them. Let's start with checking the engine oil. Now, if it's below this point over here, that's when you know you need to change it. This is the maximum point. If it's up till here, you're all good. Again, if you don't change it, what's going to happen is your engine might seize. So keep a check on that one. Then is the clutch fluid. Now the indication to know whether it's low is very simple. There's a minimum and maximum line. If it's below minimum, it's low. If it's at maximum, you don't need to top it up. But what you do need to keep in mind is that if the clutch fluid is low, then your clutch has a chance of sitting down, which means changing gears are going to become a bit hard. Then, of course, is the power steering oil. Now, the fact that even Jeeps have power steering these days, this is something that's quite integral to make your ride very comfortable. What you need to keep in mind is that if it goes lower than the lowest mark, you need to change it. If the power steering oil is low, you may not be able to maneuver with that much ease, and that's where you need to use some of these. Then there's the brake oil. Now, the indication to know whether this is low will actually come up on your instrument panel. I don't need to get into tell you why it's important to change it at the right time because safety is key here. So changing it and keeping the brakes going in full swing is always important. Then there's the wiper fluid. The choice over here is either to just put in water. This is the fluid that comes when you, when you want to clean your windscreen and pump up the wipers to shape it. Now, over here, just a little bit of water will do the trick, or however, you could throw in some shampoo. The basic difference is washing your hair with soap or shampoo. It's just that simple. Then there's checking the battery water. There's a plus and minus sign down here. If the water is below the minus sign, that means you need to change it. If it touches the plus sign, it's fine. The other indication is your car, frankly, might just not start if the water is not up to the mark. And then there's the coolant. Very simple. If it's below the minimum mark, it's time to change. If it's up to maximum, it's all right. No real hazard here if we do run for a while with it being on minimum, but it is good to keep it topped up. Thank you. Now, just as I need to refuel just after explaining this to you with some electrolytes, you can see how important it is to keep your car's fluids up to the mark at all times. However, you will need the help of a good trained specialist mechanic to help you change things like the brake oil because it needs to be drained out. So what you are confident in changing, things like the coolant, you can top up. Where you do feel you need expert help, do not hesitate in taking it. That's why they wear the color blue.